Love Ki Ghanti 1. You Can't Decide When It Rings. Written by Mr. Deepak Satya. Chapter 1. The Wise Daughter. 16-year-old Slim Babita Negi belonged to Jaunsari tribe of Uttarakhand state. Her parents were very poor. Her house had 2 small rooms, a hall smaller than the rooms, a very small kitchen, and a small common bathroom. The house made of cement was not plastered or painted. On seeing this house built in Paris colony, situated at the end of Dehradun, the capital of Uttarakhand state, it was clear that this house was built in a hurry. This house was built with the money received by selling all the land in the village. As shortly as a roof was arranged to hide the head, Babita's parents came to live in this house. They had thought that they would gradually get the plastering and coloring done, but that could never happen. Babita's father used to work as a laborer in a big grocery store in the local market, and her mother was a housewife. The income was barely enough to survive, due to which the house remained in a state of disrepair for the last 20 years. Despite being poor, their parents wanted a son to carry forward their lineage, but Bhagwan gave them only 2 daughters. The elder one's name was Shabnam, and the younger one was Babita. Shabnam was 20 years old. Both the sisters lived in one room, and their parents lived in the other room. In the room of Mommy and Papa, there was a folding bed given as dowry, while both the sisters had 2 cots made of good wood also given as dowry. In the initial days, both the sisters used to sleep on the same cot. The second cot was used for sleeping guests. But since both the sisters had shown seriousness towards studies, that small room was converted into a hostel room. 2 folding cots were arranged for the guests, who were kept along the wall of the hall. The right part of the girls' room was Shabnam's, and the left part was Babita's. Both of them had a cot, and a lot of copies as well as books. There was a window in the wall on Babita's side, which opened towards the street. Don't know why Shabnam changed her part from Babita 3 years ago. Since then, this window remained open whether it was winter or rain. On the 1st of December 2012, Babita woke up at 4 in the morning to prepare for her 12th pre-boards. She started studying without washing her face or brushing her teeth. Mommy G sensed that she was awake, so she immediately heated a glass of milk for her while chanting Bhagwan's name. Mommy G had a habit of coming quietly to see whether the girls were studying or sleeping while pretending to study. To do this, she used to stand at the threshold of the door in the middle of the room for some time. It often happened that Babita, engrossed in studies, did not know about her mother's arrival. In such a situation, Mommy G had to make her feel her presence by coughing lightly in such a way that her attention was not diverted from her studies. "Thank you, Mo," Babita said as she set down her glasses and moved her hand forward to hold the glass of milk without looking at Mommy G. Mommy G shook her hand. Babita looked back surprised. Mommy G looked at her face carefully. She understood that even today, Babita has started studying as momentarily as she wakes up. "Take a bath, brush your teeth, bow to Guru Ji, bow down to Bhagwan Ji, and then touch the milk," Mommy G said, and placed the milk on top of the pile of books near her and covered it with a page. Hearing this, her elder sister Shabnam, who was hiding under the quilt on her cot, burst out laughing. "Can't do anything except laugh," Mommy G said irritably and immediately went away. It was clear that she did not want to argue with her elder daughter early in the morning. "What are you doing, Dee?" While scolding her elder sister lightly in her own style, Babita went to the bathroom next to the main door. After a while, she came out, and while brushing her teeth started thinking about the mathematics problem which had forced her to get up much earlier. There was a small wash basin outside the bathroom, where Babita was brushing her teeth. Right in front of it was the kitchen, on the outer wall of which, apart from all the Bhagwans, there was a photo of an old Guru Ji. Just as children do not seek Bhagwan, similarly they also do not seek gurus. Parents impose Bhagwan and Guru on them. The same thing happened in this house also. Mommy G had strict instructions that everyone would have to wake up in the morning and first of all take a bath, then pay obeisance to Bhagwans and Guru Ji, and only after that one would eat or drink. Babita considered all this a waste of time. She felt that precious morning time should not be wasted in all this. Babita believed that if one concentrates on studies as momentarily as she wakes up in the morning, it is possible to study for a long time. But if you have to concentrate on other works, then thoughts of the whole world come to your mind and completely divert your attention. But Mommy G did not like these practical ideas of Babita at all. She used to say that if you want to study after waking up in the morning, then do it, but you can put something in your stomach only after taking a bath and taking the blessings of Bhagwan and Guruji. Even today, Babita had to do all this to drink milk. To avoid distraction, Babita often thought about studies in her mind. Perhaps this was the reason why Babita was considered more intelligent than Shabnam. The wise daughter Babita was considered intelligent as well as the light of her house. Apart from Mommy G and Papa G, the family was also confident that Babita would become a big officer after getting an education. Although everyone had the same faith in Shabnam till 3 years ago, but now the situation has changed. Now Shabnam was called Smear at the name of the family. Shabnam's studies were also stopped for 3 years, and she was not even allowed to go out of the house. Shabnam was imprisoned in her small house.